Yo, what's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Let's bring on the filthy. Now, I know it's real late, so this is just going to be me giving top five free agents that NBA teams should look at right now. And I'm going to get straight to the funk, get straight to the filth. One player that the NBA team should look at is Colin Sexton. Okay, Colin Sexton could be on a sign and trade for any team in the NBA. And according to his situation, he could go to basically any team. And I don't know why teams aren't looking at this guy. Now, take this for example. Colin Sexton last two seasons, he was averaging 20 plus points per game. Okay, before he got hurt, he was on his way to probably becoming a first-time All-Star. He was putting up great numbers. He could score. He's a great defensive player. He's in your face. He's like Patrick Beverley, but a better offensive version of Patrick Beverley. He plays stifling defense. He's all in your face. He's the pit bull. He's the raging bull, Colin Sexton. What teams could use Colin Sexton? The Los Angeles Lakers. Um, you could definitely lose Colin Sexton. Dallas Mavericks. After having Jalen Brunson gone, why won't you sign Colin Sexton? He's a perfect replacement for Jalen Brunson. You team him up with Christian Wood, you got yourself a winning team right there, a good team that could compete. And the Lakers, instead of going after Kyrie so much, he's going to be free next season. So let that super team nonsense go. Take your team back and stop listening to LeBron James so much and put some depth around your team. Here's what you do. Say, hey, we give you Russell Westbrook, and probably a draft pick or a regular player. You give us Colin Sexton and Kevin Love. Now, the Cavaliers want to restart their whole franchise, right? So why are you going to keep Kevin Love on it? He's just going to hold you back. Give him to a team that trying to compete for a championship, a much older team trying to compete for a title. So why not send him to the Lakers? He knows the system with LeBron James. He knows his role. He's good friends with LeBron. He's averaging 13 and 10 when he's healthy. Put him on the Lakers. Okay, so if you got him, you got Colin Sexton, you got yourself a good point guard that could score in double digits, a good power forward or a center that could score in double digits. You got two starters for the price of one. And you got two all-stars in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. What more could you ask for? Build depth and compete your team around that. Same thing with the Dallas Mavericks. Go out and get Colin Sexton. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. You know, stop looking for Kyrie Irving. Now, another free agent is Miles Bridges. Yo, what up, Mike? Hoop facts. Um, Miles Bridges is a guy that went from 13 points to 20 points per game, but he has legal issues. I mean, he may be locked up for the next few months. But if he's not, he beat his case. Everything is all good. The NBA take him back. Um, he's another guy that teams should look to sign. You know, um, he's going to be linked to every team in the league, of course, the Lakers. But I think he'd be best fit on a team like the Clippers. Um, he's a good stretch forward. He could stretch the teams out, and he'd be good on a Brooklyn Nets, assuming Kyrie and Kevin Durant is there. Miles Bridges with Kyrie and Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and that whole crew. You got yourself a good starting crew that could go out and compete for a championship. The Milwaukee Bucks is another good option. He's a stretch four. He'll play good alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, so you may want to get that too. Another guy that is under legal trouble is Montrezl Harrell. Okay, but his case is going to blow over. It's just a weed thing, and you know it's simple. He'll be on an NBA team before you know it. He'll fit good on my Knicks as a guy coming off the bench. Whatever team he goes for, he's just going to be former six man of the year. He's just going to be a guy that gives you some firepower off the bench. So what team's best? He could always go back to the Charlotte Hornets. He could always he could go and sign with a team like I said, the Knicks. He could be a good backup for what else he'd be a good backup for? What team could use Montrezl Harrell the most? Um, hmm. We already seen him with the Lakers, so no. But he's gonna probably be linked to the Lakers. Um, Yeah, I would say probably the Knicks or Charlotte Hornets are the two best choices for Montrezl Harrell. A little power punch off the bench, and he could always go to Brooklyn too. If Brooklyn could get rid of some of these guys, they could sign some of these players. There's always good players outside. You know, he did fucked up his career. He did him and Miles Bridges. Hoop facts. They took a L on that joint. They did take a L on that. Carmelo Anthony is another dude. He should go back to the Knicks. Give the Knicks some firepower off the bench because we're gonna get Donovan Mitchell here in New York. Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks. I don't care what nobody say. We're getting Donovan Mitchell. Spider is coming to the Knicks. It's just a matter of time. You know, Danny Ainge, he's trying to fleece the Knicks. He want draft picks, but we get him to New York sooner or later, man. You know, but Miles Bridges and Montrezl Harrell, they're gonna have to be for the cheap. But this just goes to show you got a lot of good players left over that you could pick on your team. Demarcus Cousins, he'll fit good on just about any team coming off the bench. Give you a little firepower, pick and roll, coming off the bench. He can't be a starter because teams take advantage of the fact that he don't play that much defense. And you put him out there and let him trying to guard all these perimeter players. DeMarcus Cousins is a liability, but there's a lot of teams that could use a DeMarcus Cousins. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers could use a DeMarcus. Yo, what up?
Yo, what it do, bro? How you?
Yo, what's good, son?
Long time no see.
Word, man. You know, I've just been dropping my videos. I've been so busy lately, I couldn't come on live. But you know, I've been keeping it going with just regular videos. Well, what's good with you, son?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Oh, it's hot as it's been so goddamn hot, bro.
Word,
Yo,
son.
it been so hot to the point where you go outside, you can't even breathe.
Word.
That
But
type of
yo,
heat.
who you referring to that fucked up his career? You talking about both of these dudes,
Both of
Montrezl
them
Harrell and Miles?
motherfuckers. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, word, son.
Yo, bro, this nigga Trez ain't been right since he shitted on the Clippers.
Word. To talk about karma, son. I
He's
mean,
a bozo.
his shit been downhill, you know.
Yeah,
And
yo, like,
Dennis Schroeder is another guy available. He went online and talked to LeBron James and told LeBron James, let's run it back. Now that shows you that LeBron got all the power with the Lakers. That guys got to ask him, can they join the Lakers instead of Rob Pelinka? You see how fucked up that is? You
yo,
got
and
to
it's
answer the player, can you join the team?
Yo, and the thing is about LeBron, I don't know, man. LeBron, it's just the whole system. It's just corrupt when it comes to this NBA shit.
Word.
It's a lot of corrupt shit because it's so sad. Like how we just and it's like ESPN, the
Right.
NBA, all these places supposed to be of the highest order, right?
Right.
They like basketball fans supposed to look to them and know what's what and believe what they say.
Right.
But it's
That's what's
so much bullshit in the game that they let slide and let happen. Like,
you know
for
why that
instance, like
is, right? You know why that
yeah,
is, right?
for money is
They got money and they got relationships with some of these players. So they don't want to hurt these guys' feelings because if they do, they won't get interviews, they won't get exclusives, they won't get new news that's dropping. So they got a lot to lose.
and it's like to let a player like LeBron James come and cheat the whole system into winning by
Word.
forming these super teams and calling it greatness is just disgusting, bro.
Word. So it's just something that about
It's
it that rubs you the wrong way.
disgusting,
But
bro.
it don't
Like,
even it's not even competing no more, man. You gotta ask him, can you join the Lakers? He's just a player, dog. Why you gotta ask him to join the
he's
Lakers?
not even the best player on the team.
Word is that shit is
Like,
crazy, man. Word.
this shit is so crazy, bro. It's like everything they put around. It's like, come on, bro. Like, he's not that great as they making him out to be. Because if he
Word.
was, he would have more rings, and he wouldn't need all the best players in the fucking world to win.
Word. And you know what's shiesty about it? Because I made a video on it. Him and Anthony Davis calling Russell Westbrook and say, hey, we're gonna run it back, we're gonna make it work. My nigga, you was the one on national TV or well behind the scenes talking about trade Westbrook for Kyrie. You's the main
Yeah.
guy that want Kyrie on the team. You know, how Westbrook supposed to feel that you talking behind his back saying, yo, get rid of this motherfucker. I want Kyrie. But now you're telling him, I want to stay with, let's stay. You're only doing that because you know no one wants Westbrook. That's why.
Listen, P. Yo, listen, P. When I'm telling you, bro, like when I used to play ball, AU, high school, and all the tournaments in New York,
Right.
like when I used to really ball, like even in the park, I don't wanna all the best players on my team.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
you
it
should.
even, so
You
that
want
way
to
I
compete.
bust your ass,
Word.
and you won't say like, oh, you had all the tall players, you had. I don't like that. I want to show. I want to compete.
Word.
And
I
I
know
and
me.
me, and I swear, bro, I swear to God, I swear to my dad, but I swear to my dead
Word.
grandmother. I had the mentality, and I could also back it up
Word.
that I could win. I could win. I
Right.
could hold it down with me and my squad, bro. I'm good.
Hell yeah.
I don't need to pick all the best players on one team. So that was sucker shit.
Well, and yo, son, it's only from two players mostly. Because guys, like, even though, he got flaws, Giannis want to compete, though. Giannis not interested in those super teams. He
Hmm.
just want to compete. Kawhi just want to compete. You know, only two guys in the league that's fascinated with super teams. That's Kevin Durant and LeBron James. That's the
Steph
only
Curry
two.
too. Steph Curry too.
You think Steph Curry?
Yeah, the way they want Kevin Durant, they trying to get him now again.
Mm.
Curry begged them to stay.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. That is true. That shit just went over
Curry
my
don't
head.
get no pass neither. Remember, bro. Remember, bro. Curry got away this year because John Morant was in. Listen, we know John Morant got his number.
Right.
John Morant was injured.
Oh, yeah.
John Morant would get on his ass.
Yeah, they were going Glock for Glock.
The Clippers,
John Morant sometimes.
the Clippers was injured this year.
Right,
He got away, lucky two passes. He got away. Remember,
right.
remember he played against the Boston Celtics. They so inexperienced. They beat
Word.
they got themselves. Feel me?
Yeah. But you know what's
Remember,
funny?
motherfucking Chris Middleton was injured. Who
Word. Yo,
say
but
if
who? Yo, who? Did you notice every time that the Warriors win, their path to going to the finals,
Yeah,
there's always
yeah,
like there's always like key
shaky.
superstars hurt.
Yep.
I was like, that shit is kind of crazy, son. I don't
Yeah.
want to take too much away from it. I want to still give them some credit, because they did get the job done, but still, it kind of
It's just-
leaves you wondering, what if these other guys was healthy? Like, what if John Morant was actually playing for these last few games?
I think Memphis would have won because John Morant, he get on Steph Curry ass. He always outplay him. He beat him the other year for the play-in tournament.
Word. That's
Bust
true.
his ass.
Word.
Right?
Hell yeah.
So I'll put my money on John Morant in
Word.
that particular matchup. I'm sorry.
Word. And I don't even know what to make of Kevin Durant. He all over the place. He said now he wants to stay on the Brooklyn Nets, but he want Kyrie Irving off. If that's the case, then why are you asking for a trade in the first place? You should just let them trade Kyrie and you keep your mouth shut then.
He said he want Kyrie off.
Yeah, they're saying that he would stay on the Brooklyn Nets if Kyrie is not there. So I don't
What
understand where
the
that
fuck?
coming.
What's wrong with him and Kyrie now?
I don't even know what's up with these two dudes, but they like extreme emotional. These dudes is like all my children soap operas and out this motherfucker. These guys got to be like two of the most sensitive dudes in basketball, son. I don't
I
get
don't
it,
know.
man.
Listen, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Word, son. It's like this. That's just like fuckboy shit, man. These dudes all up in their feelings
Facts.
and shit.
They were just best friends.
Word, son.
Like
You do
what?
something that millions of people want to do for a career, and you bitching and moaning about it. You playing basketball, dog. Enjoy the shit. Why are you worried about people criticizing you for? Prove people wrong. You should be embracing that shit instead of all up in your feelings. Just,
Dudes is crazy.
these dudes just cut different, man. I don't understand what's wrong with some of these dudes anymore, man. This is just some sucker shit, man. You know. And yeah, the two teams that he picked to go to are two of the teams that had the best record each conference. He want to go to the Phoenix Suns. They had the number 1 seed, and he want to go to the Miami Heat. They had the number 1 seed. So
He
Kevin
wanted
Durant
you.
just want to jump on any team that just came off from winning.
No,
He
he
don't
wanted
care.
me.
He want a smooth road to everything. But then you're gonna complain when people say, "Hey, you didn't get it in a respectable way. Anybody could do it, you know. So why you get mad at it for? Then prove people wrong. You know, Giannis could have did the same shit you did. He could have went to the Golden State Warriors and won championships. Kawhi could have did the same thing. LeBron did the same thing. Oh, what's so special about it? Any superstars could join on one team and win a title.
But
You know what I'm saying?
anybody could cheat the system.
Word. These niggas is crazy, man.
What's so immaculate about that?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't even know who really to call the best player that much no more, because a lot of these dudes are just suspect. I can't pick Steph. I can't really pick. I mean, I don't even know who really is the best right now. It's hard to even pick.
Facts. Everybody cheat their way to some shit.
Right. I'm just going with Giannis by default, but you know, he flamed out in the last 2 games. He was suspect in the last 2 games. So I don't know what to think. He got flaws too, because he can't shoot, and he still don't got a post up game yet.
Yep. He ain't got no moves.
He got that sloppy Euro step, and he just bulldozes towards the basket. You know, he basically like a younger version of what LeBron was when LeBron was elbowing people, attacking the basket.
Yeah, but nah, he worse than that.
No way, he worse.
At least like LeBron, he was a little bit more
LeBron had a better
acrobatic.
jump.
Huh?
He do got better. LeBron got a better jump shot than Giannis.
Yep.
Yeah, I give him that. He definitely got a better jump shot.
And I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes with LeBron, like Cleveland days when he's go to the basket,
Yeah,
like maneuver his way and catch the contact.
yeah,
That shit should look good sometimes. You feel me?
yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Like see him coming through the air,
Yeah,
with the little body, that shit was
yeah.
looking good. But when Giannis do it, that shit just look like
That shit looks
fucking
sloppy.
chaos. Yeah, bro.
Chaos.
Shit look crazy, bro. You could just look at him. You could just tell, yeah, bro, that nigga trash.
Word. But yo, man, what you think Dennis Schroeder still could get a job, or he looking for a job right
Fuck that nigga. Like I wouldn't pick him up.
now?
I would go with somebody that's younger and better, cause he ain't gonna play no defense, and he not gonna play the right way. Then show the fuck this career up to. All these
Damn.
niggas do dumb shit.
What do you think? What out of those 2 guys that got that problems with the league system, you really don't think they're gonna even come back to the NBA?
Who?
Miles Bridges and Montrezl Harrell. You don't think they even coming back?
Somebody would pick up Miles Bridges. Anybody would.
He's still young. That's why.
Yeah, anybody pick him up. He fucked up. Somebody.
He ain't gonna get that bag though. Who? Because he fucked that up.
Yeah, he gonna get half of that.
Word.
Yeah, but he gonna get a job.
Hell yeah, man.
Because he just made an all-star team too.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's just that Charlotte can't. It's just that Charlotte don't want nothing to do with him because he was originally on Charlotte, so they got to make it seem like they don't want him, and another team pick him up and give him a chance.
Word. Hey, yo, what you think about Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks? Everybody said that's a done deal. That's gonna happen. The Jazz ain't gonna start their season with Donovan Mitchell on that roster.
I think it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah. You think that's a good look for the Knicks?
Yeah, but I don't think with him and Bronson.
You think they're gonna be too undersized?
And too ball dominant.
Word, that's the thing, because Bronson is ball dominant. He needs the rock in his hands, and Donovan Mitchell needs the rock. So I don't know who's gonna play off the ball a little bit. Somebody's shot's gonna go down. I can tell you that much.
Yep.
Word. If it's anybody, it's gonna be Bronson because I don't think the team is gonna let Bronson take more shots than Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is more established. He an all-star already.
And I'm disappointed in Donovan Mitchell because he's supposed to be better than what he is right now.
Word. True that.
The way he came in, making the playoffs and playing hard,
Word.
he's supposed to be at least top 10 player, top 5, top 8. The way how
Word. Yo, don't
you
he
got
remind you? He remind you of D Wade a little bit with his moves, though, right?
yeah. Absolutely. Not with his jump shot and all that, but with
Yeah.
his attacking the basket and the way he
Yeah.
jumps and leaps, yeah.
Yeah. That shit reminds me of D Wade a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Like ain't no way in hell a Luka Doncic supposed to be ahead of Donovan Mitchell right now.
Word. That's facts. That's definitely facts, man. Word. Hell yeah. The Jazz taking themselves out the mix. Now they ain't gonna have nobody. They just want draft picks and they're gonna rebuild. So they out the picture. That means another team is gonna swoop in there and be a playoff team. So the Jazz ain't gonna make the playoffs no more. That shit is over with. That means the Clippers or some team that didn't make it is gonna come in here now. I still don't think the Lakers gonna make it unless
I
no, I
mean,
think
I mean, the Clippers did make it. They was the eighth seed without
yeah,
without
word.
Paul George and Kawhi.
Yeah, that's facts. That what got them knocked off was that play-in tournament. That's why. And that shit is here to stay now. They ain't going nowhere. So, that shit is here to stay right now, man. But yo, Melo could get a new job too. I see him going back to the Knicks. Like this should be probably his last season though. If I'm Carmelo Anthony, I play one more season and call it a wrap. Ain't really nothing much for you to do right now. No.
No, you right.
Word. But yeah, man, I don't even know if Kyrie gonna come to the Lakers. If I'm him, I don't. That's the last place I want to go to. Because if y'all lose, you know who the blame gonna be on, right? LeBron gonna get a pass. That shit gonna all be on Kyrie Irving. You gonna be the next punching bag, the same way they do for Russell Westbrook. He's not even the best player on the team, but y'all talk about Russell Westbrook like he a franchise player on the team. You know,
Word.
he wasn't the main reason why y'all was losing. That was everybody all in together. That shit goes on LeBron first and foremost because he was playing for stats. He spent the whole season breaking records, worrying about climbing up that list for breaking records. He didn't give a crap about no damn winning until the season was over. Then he said, "You know what? I ain't gonna miss the playoffs no more." You should have been doing that shit while you was playing basketball. Instead, you was worrying about your numbers.
Yo, like I'm trying to tell people, right? LeBron
What's up?
James can compete in the West without a super team.
Oh yeah, facts.
He can't even make the fucking playoffs. He had a decent team.
Word. And yo, you got guys like Dame Dollar, Donovan Mitchell, all these dudes don't got a super team, but they could compete in the West and they could go to the playoffs. And you supposed to be the top 5 best player in the world, and you can't make the playoffs?
That's how the media be brainwashing people. That's why, like, listen, like, I'm trying to tell people, LeBron James game
Yeah,
doesn't affect winning as much as it used to.
facts. That is true.
He fucked up by coming to the West and get exposed.
Hell yeah.
Like that bubble ring don't mean nothing, bro.
Word.
Like that doesn't mean y'all was the best team or y'all was great. Nah, bro. Like basketball was fucked up, but like we all know, like who was the team that was thriving before the season ended, and
Hell yeah. I mean, he really shot himself. If he stayed in the East, he probably been in the finals a couple more times. But he can't get to the finals in the East without a big three neither. You know, for the most part. I do give him props. in 2018. He got to the finals without a big three. So I give him props on that. But to do that consistently, I don't think he getting into the finals consistently without no super team or a big team.
Yep.
So, but
That's fucked
I
up.
don't know. Word. And AD, don't you notice any player that plays with LeBron James, their reputation gets discredited? AD was considered a top 5 player in the league. Now all y'all calling him is a bum, street clothes. He get all these titles because he playing with LeBron. I guarantee you wouldn't be calling him street clothes if he wasn't playing with LeBron James.
Absolutely.
Russell Westbrook wouldn't be getting discredit like this if he wasn't playing with LeBron James. If he played this way on another team, you wouldn't be calling him out as much. It's only because he's playing with LeBron that these guys
Even
get
when
this.
Kobe was on the Lakers and Kobe was fucking up,
Yeah,
they blamed Kobe.
right. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're the team leader. You got to take the credit when you're losing too. You can't just be there for all the spotlight when you win all the time. What type of fucked up shit is that? That's not even quality. That's not even qualities of a leader.
Yo,
You
it's like
supposed
how the fuck. Yo, it's
right,
like facts. Like he don't fit the criteria of the greats, bro.
right.
It be
Like
a lot of sucker shit going on with this nigga, bro.
word, like what are we doing? Like even when Jordan lost in '95, we were saying, "Yo, Jordan don't get it. He can't do it again." We put the blame on him. We didn't throw all his teammates under the bus.
It
Call them
was
soft.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, like come on, son, what we doing now, man? You want all the credit when you win. You got to get credit when you lose too. You got to take that.
Yo,
You
they
got to
give
take.
the
You got to
nigga
show that.
credit. Yo, bro, they give the nigga credit when when a nigga win and it's not
Yeah.
even his fault for winning.
Word, son.
Yeah, it's some fuck shit.
Word. They point out stats and stuff like that. Dog, they had the Miami Heat beat. This dude staying in the game to get his numbers just to get Finals MVP. That shit is crazy. Because if he has the stats and numbers, that's a way so you could say, oh, he deserves Finals MVP. Look what he's averaging. They get beat by the San Antonio Spurs in 2014. Look at his stats. Look what he's doing. He got those stats when the game was already decided by then. He was getting his ass whooped. They don't care about you scoring a couple of points in the fourth quarter in garbage time. The shit is already over.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody
LeBron,
stopping you.
LeBron was in the game when the game was already blown out proportion. Half of your starters
Bro,
are already
still trying to score. They up like, yo.
half of your starters are on the bench. You out there still collecting numbers.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
Word. Like I just never. I don't got no problem against him. I just never seen a player that's so fascinated with stats. Why won't you just play basketball? The stats gonna come naturally, bitch. You're already talented. So why are you worried about if you have a triple double or if you shoot 50% from the field? Who cares about that shit? Just go out there and compete. If you that nice, that shit gonna come automatically anyway. That's what Jordan
he's a
always said
fraud.
about stats. Jordan said he never worried about stats because he was gonna get his regardless anyway. He's just going out there to try to win. That's all.
Yeah, P, that's how you know LeBron is a fraud.
Word. No, I guarantee you, if he don't play for stats, he'll be a much better basketball player. He might have won some more championships instead of 6 finals losses, to be honest with you, because he always worried about his numbers. So he don't want to take the risk of shooting below 50%. He don't want to have too much turnovers. He pays attention to his stats, even during the games. And that shit is crazy because you're already losing concentration if you're paying attention to your stats during the game. Why are you looking at a stat sheet during the game for? Your team needs you to be winning. They need you to be the leader and help them win. This dude, man. Oh, man. He's definitely one of a kind in terms of that. He definitely stands out in those type of terms. But we never seen that really too much. I never seen a player play for stats. You only hear about it from guys like Wilt Chamberlain. But most people never seen Wilt Chamberlain play in his prime. But a lot of people say Wilt Chamberlain was a stat stuffer. Same way LeBron James is. That's why both of these guys got more L's than wins. They was worried about stats most of the time.
And we don't know if Will Chamberlain was out there losing by 30 or motherfucking up by 30 and still played in the fourth.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but it does. He'll be much better if he don't play for stats. Just let that shit come naturally. You'd be much better. You don't need a triple-double for us to say that you're a good basketball player. Half of us don't even care about that shit, to be honest with you. I don't care about you having the triple-double in a game. You know,
that's how you know,
just go out there and try to compete.
That's how you know he's not that great, because he needs to stat pad. He needs to form a super team. Man, that nigga need everything.
Word, son. He need that. Him and Kevin Durant need a bunch of shit just to win. And Kevin Durant, you started out getting drafted for a good franchise. They gave you James Harden. They gave you Russell Westbrook. You had Serge Ibaka. You had Reggie Jackson. Yo, son, OKC was drafting good. Y'all could have been a dynasty if y'all stayed together.
Yo, remember I said that the last time that we was talking. I said, yo, OKC fucked that up. And remember in the chat, remember?
Yeah. Hell yeah. They could have been a dynasty, son. And they wouldn't been called the super team because all them guys been drafted. They've been going through the struggles and just coming up great on their own. You know?
Yo, in the way they walked the Spurs down, man, I was so mad.
Word. Hey, yo, you know who was the main guy that helped beat the Spurs that year? That was James Harden. He was closing games. James Harden was closing games out for that OKC team. And you let him walk for a couple of millions. You could have kept him on your team. I don't understand what's wrong with OK. Even today, they still drafting good. They always draft good talent out the draft pick, but they can't keep it. Watch how good they're going to be this next upcoming season with all these young players. They drafting good. You know,
I think they got the tallest roster in the fucking league.
Word, son. And they just let players slip right from their hands, man. That shit is crazy.
They got that tall European kid. Then they got Chet, whatever his name is.
Chet Holmgren.
They got a whole bunch of tall players, bro.
Word. Yo, son, he's set almost 7 foot. He could shoot the rock already.
How tall is Josh Giddey?
Josh Giddey, I think he like 6'11", somewhere in between there.
Damn. Bro, like they got a lot of length on the court and athleticism, bro.
Word. And that's a winning formula in today's league. If you got a stretch forward that could play defend multiple positions, shoot the rock, and attack the basket, that's all day buckets right there. That's hard.
Then you got Shai Gilgeous. He's 6'6".
Yep. He nasty. He nice.
Yo, they got the tallest roster in the fucking world.
Words. Salute, brother.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's good, man?
What's good, man? I'm an OKC fan.
Man. Say that again. Well. You an OKC fan?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We were just talking about your team, man. Well, what you think your team looking like for this coming season? And how did you felt when they got rid of all their good players? You guys drafted good, man.
Yeah, man. When they got rid of, when KD left, when James Harden left, now Westbrook left, I thought we could have won at least one championship together.
Yeah, but man.
If we stay together, man.
Hell yeah.
I believe.
If y'all would have stayed together, man. Yo, that probably been the most entertaining team of all time, bro.
Hell yeah. You had defense, you had offense, you had Serge Ibaka coming into his prime. Man, y'all was nice, man. Y'all drafted good.
The motherfuckers had Reggie Jackson.
You had Reggie Jackson, exactly. You had Reggie Jackson, and you had
Kevin Martin. He'd have been the 6th man.
Word. They had Kevin Martin for a minute, too. You always had good.
Yep.
That's just bugged out, man. You guys always had, at least know how to draft good talent. You know who else is a good GM? The Spurs. The Spurs, OKC.
Yep.
They know how to draft good talent. They could build a team from the ground up, and it could become a dynasty right there, without no cheat code, without taking players from other teams. They could just say, "Hey, we're gonna build our own good team, do a draft pick, and watch how good these guys could become." The Spurs about to do that. Because they got some 7-foot guy from France. They say he's going to be like the next big thing in the NBA. He's
Who?
7'2".
Yeah.
Some player from France. This is what all these
Oh
teams are
yeah,
getting.
I did see him, but who picked him up?
Nobody picked him up yet, but everybody's getting draft picks so they could try to draft him. That's why the Spurs are tanking. That's why OKC want draft picks. That's why Utah Jazz want draft picks. They all want this guy that they say is like a mix between Kevin Durant and a bunch of other players. He's 7'2".
Nah, I've seen him play. He ain't that.
I saw him a little bit. He's too skinny for starters. He's gonna have to put some
Yeah,
weight.
Yep.
he ain't.
And
He too stiff.
word, son. 7'2", you already know that you're not gonna have too much athletic ability in terms of moving fast. If he
Yep.
is moving real fast at 7'2", that's a problem. That's some freak of nature shit. Because a dude 7'2" not supposed to be moving fast.
Yo, when guys don't understand, man. See, look, like they think like Kevin Durant.
Right.
Like Kevin Durant is not stiff.
Right.
Like, and these big guys like that, they get hurt a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like what 7-footer that dribble the ball that don't get hurt?
Word.
Like they too frail, bro.
Hell yeah.
That shit ain't gonna work.
But he got a lot of hype.
Unless they really move like a guard, really.
Yeah.
Got the body movement like a guard. Then
we never seen players, a 7'2" player with speed like a guard before. I don't even think that's almost possible because that shit is just hard to do. Just the way your body is constructed, you're too tall. Something you got to give.
I mean,
Yeah.
let me see. How tall was Lamar Odom?
Lamar Odom was 6'11" or 6'10", somewhere between there.
He had it.
Lamar Odom was pretty quick. He was pretty quick. But he
like
wasn't 7'2", though.
even when Anthony Davis do it look kind of sloppy. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Word. But
Giannis is quick.
Anthony Davis don't got that
I mean, Giannis just quick, full speed. He's not agile. Giannis don't got no crossover. Like, Giannis can run full. Giannis is, tragic.
Giannis is a Mack truck.
Full speed ahead.
Well, full speed ahead. That's right. And he's just gonna yap it on you. But he ain't gonna cross you up, beat you off the dribble, and then just yap it on you. He's just gonna attack the basket. He got long ass arms, and he's just gonna dunk it, and that's it. It's just like power and athletic ability a little bit mixed in one. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. But
is Steph Curry in your top 10 all time?
Oh no,
Huh?
definitely.
Hell no.
He's in my top 10.
How?
But who's in your top 10?
He's not Steph. He's not on no guy's level, bro.
Bro, is Bill Russell in your top 10?
No.
I still need who?
No,
It's Bill Russell in your
top
Bill
10.
Russell.
No.
He's in a lot of people's top 10, but I mean, that depends. I guess that's a generational thing. See, when we go into the 50s, 60s, and 70s, a lot of those guys.
I don't really respect Bill Russell's era, in my opinion. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I mean, he only had 8 teams, and you beat one round. If you win one round, you go to the NBA Finals.
Let me name. All right, cool. I'm gonna name 10 players. I'm gonna name 10 players right now. Right, you got Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Elijah Wan,
Magic,
you right?
Elijah Wan, missing Magic.
That's
7.
Who else? Oh, Kareem.
Walt.
Huh?
Kareem. Walt Chamberlain.
Who am I missing?
LeBron James.
Nah,
you didn't say LeBron yet.
Bird.
All right, fine. I mean, you could say LeBron, but Without all that super team shit, we don't know what's what. But
Yeah, but see, look, as an individual player, who's more dominant, Steph Curry or LeBron? It's got
LeBron
to be LeBron.
easily.
Easily,
wait,
it
wait,
got to
wait,
be
wait.
LeBron. That's what Steph is
LeBron.
lacking. So that's 9. LeBron got to be above Steph Curry. Even
LeBron
still
averaged
today, man.
25 points for like 10, 20 years or something, or 10 years, I
Wait, wait,
think.
wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait, wait. Then again, we gotta rethink that, P, because Steph Curry won more rings without a super team than LeBron.
that is true. But I'm just talking about like them as individual players. LeBron was more dominant. Steph Curry didn't really peak until like 2015, and he got drafted what
That's a
2000 somewhere between there.
9?
LeBron was a little more. LeBron was NBA ready way faster than Steph Curry.
that's a fact.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
but I'll still give it to Steph above him though.
Steph over LeBron.
oh,
Steph over LeBron.
oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Already? Oh my God. I
What?
can't. Oh man. Yo, Hoop, you got me on that one, man.
No, you
I can't
can't.
do that one. I can't do that. I can't put Steph above
Yo,
LeBron, man.
because you wanna know why? LeBron can't
But
lead a team, man.
That's a lie.
mm,
What the hell? He beat the Golden State Warriors, lost the 3-1 lead.
All right, that's one ring without the super team, without the bullshit.
And the Lakers.
Man, that bubble shit, bro.
Oh, here we go again.
yo, just off pure dominance, LeBron James should be above Steph, though. Steph didn't shine until 2015.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, but you can't help when you shine, man. You know,
I don't know, son. And look, LeBron led his team to 60 wins in 2009 and 2010. They were title contenders.
Steph Curry
Yo,
can't lead a team to a finals with no help.
but he
With no
did it
help.
this year.
LeBron?
Oh, hold on. We got to give him credit this year. He
No,
did
with
get
no
them.
help. With no help.
Well, everybody needs some help, but I'm not talking
How
about.
did? But you remember when LeBron led that trash Cavs team to the finals and they got swept?
Yeah, but that was by default, though. The first two teams was trash. They only beat 150 team that
All
year.
right, fine.
And
Okay.
then, but here's the thing, though. Even if you just want to go that route, LeBron's just still a more dominant player, more
Yeah.
MVPs. More first team
Scoring
All.
titles.
Yeah, he's just a more dominant basketball player than Steph. Steph didn't shine. It's too
It's a
late.
fact.
He's gonna need some more regular season dominance, and he's gonna need at least one more title. Then maybe we could talk. But this year's championship was impressive, man. Because
Yeah.
that roster, the win a championship with that roster was very impressive.
And also,
That was a
the main
legacy.
thing is
That was a
the main
legacy.
thing is Steph Curry only has one Finals MVP, only one.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That's why he
Yeah.
can't be better than LeBron.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, that's the thing too. Every time LeBron has won, he was Finals MVP.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're gonna have to. Who you may have to just reconsider that one, son.
There's no way Steph is better than LeBron.
You got to put LeBron in your top 10 at least. He got to be at least in your top 10.
You must be a Celtics fan.
he is.
Because why do you hate LeBron? You must be a Celtics fan then.
I don't know.
Who do you support?
No, I don't think he don't hate LeBron James. He just, he just calls out the bullshit. But there's some people that think Steph Curry is already past LeBron James. It's because
That's
of the
cap, bro.
but
cap.
Steph's gonna have to win a couple more to get past LeBron James. But he's close. He's knocking on that door. But he's not in the top 10 yet. He's knocking on that door.
He's in your top 15 though.
Yeah.
Is he in your top 15?
Top 15,
right.
Top 20. He's not. You could put him at that rate. He's knocking on that door.
Right. Is Oscar Robertson better than Steph Curry in your all time?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
I'm not. But then again, if you ask my grandfather, he'll debate you here. R.I.P. to my grandpas. But if he was here, he'll argue with you till the sun come up that Oscar Robertson is one of the best players to ever play the game. But it's a generational gap. That's why I keep saying the 50s, 60s, and 70s. A lot of guys just don't. Those guys just ain't going to get that much credit. because that whole GOAT stuff started really in the 80s. You know,
Yeah.
then that whole GOAT talk started in the 80s. Nobody was talking about the greatest of all time in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. The NBA was too young.
Yeah.
Right.
Who do you think is the most hated NBA player in the NBA?
The most hated?
Yeah.
I would say either LeBron James or Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
It's for obvious reasons. It's because of how they. It's because of their behavior and how they act. They shot themselves in the foot sometimes. You know, it's not like. Here's the thing I don't like about LeBron extreme fans. They act like he's a victim, and
Exactly.
for no reason. He's not a victim. He bought a lot of this on himself. You know, this is all his behavior. He bought a lot of it on himself. But without a doubt, LeBron is by far the most disrespected superstar in NBA history.
Oh, that is a fact, all right, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
He's like the Floyd Mayweather. You know how Floyd Mayweather is? Nobody likes him too much? That's LeBron James.
Yeah, Mayweather will never replace Muhammad Ali, just like LeBron James will never replace Michael Jordan. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
It's like Mayweather will never replace Muhammad Ali. It's just not gonna happen. This is not an opinion. This is facts.
Yeah, man.
You know,
not just the United States, but globally.
Right.
Globally, yeah, too. We're not just talking U.S. here.
Yeah, you know, but
he's not respected in Europe like that. Muhammad Ali go to Europe, they're going buck wild. He could go to Russia, he could go to any of these countries, Asia, Australia. I seen when he went to Ireland and they went nuts when Ali went over there.
And and why is Floyd Mayweather disrespected or hated on? A lot of it is because of his own behavior. It's just the way he, and his record, his resume is suspect. There's no other way to look at it. It's a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he ducked and dodged guys while they were in their prime, and he fought them when they were old. So, that's the narrative around it. You know, you got to fight these guys while they're in their prime. Muhammad Ali was fighting guys in their prime when people thought he was going to die. You know, people thought he was going to get killed. He's facing some of these guys while they were in the peak of their prime. He's like,
it's true.
For dude? You know, George Foreman fought in the prime. What's the other dude? I forget his name. Joe Frazier. Oh my God, Joe Frazier.
Oh, yeah, he was a beast. Yeah,
he beat the shit out of Muhammad Ali in one fight, knocked him out. You know, but Muhammad Ali came back for some more. You know, that's the type of stuff that we respect. That's a legacy.
Yeah, see, like for example, like look what's happening with LeBron now. I'm seeing all this shit on LeBron all over the place. What you said about Boston fans? You saw that shit, Prince? He said the Boston fans are racist. Then and Kendrick Perkins came out and said, "Well, hold on, did you invest on the Boston Red Sox team? And you call the Boston fans racist?"
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but he does.
And he just, like you said, shot himself in the foot.
Shot himself in the foot. Now, if I said that, it's accurate because I've been dissing Boston from day one, and I didn't invest in Boston.
Prince, we from New York, so we already know the beef between Boston fans and New York fans. We don't like each other. We don't like each other.
Right. You know, but Boston is a very racist. I won't say all of them, but they have a lot of racist ways in Boston. I mean,
my boy lives in Massachusetts. He tells me all the time there's a lot of racist motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the culture of what Boston is. Sadly.
Yeah, man.
You know, he is right on that, but the thing is, you can't say it, LeBron, because you invested in Boston teams. You shot yourself.
Red Sox.
If Boston is so racist, you should have nothing to do with it. If I feel somebody they're a jackass, I'm not gonna go towards you and be on your side, you know. So don't say it if you can't back it up. I mean, that's the problem with some things.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I say, here we go again with LeBron with his tactics, and here it comes the back.
Right.
Yeah, it's not new. Now I'm hearing like Kendrick Perkins, his foolishness. He put Steph Curry, I think he put Steph Curry over Kobe Bryant or some shit. He got backlash for that too. Yeah, I was hearing that. They were ESPN. They were asking him. They said, "You have Steph? Do you have him?" He said, "Do you have Curry over Kobe?" He said, "Yes." He'll put Curry over Kobe, and then everybody just looked at him. ESPN like, "Are you serious? Like you gonna put him over Kobe?" Yeah. That was on ESPN. They looked at Kendrick Perkins like already.
Go, you'll find it. It's on
Right.
ESPN. I've seen people
Bro, the
talking about
disrespect
it.
to Kobe, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kobe is disrespected as an NBA player, but his legacy is respected. That's the different thing. Like people all across the world respect Kobe Bryant. They
Yeah,
Kobe's
respect Mamba.
Kobe's
They
well loved in
respect.
freaking China. When
Yeah,
Kobe
yeah,
died,
man.
they were crying over there.
that's right. Mamba mentality. He's heavily respected, but he's disrespected amongst the media. The media don't
Yes.
like Kobe.
Yeah, the media don't
Yeah,
like
man.
Kobe. Yeah, media
He's
don't
the
like
people's
Kobe.
champ. I like him. You like him. We all
Yeah.
respect Kobe because he's the people's champ. But
Yeah,
he's not the
Kobe's
media.
respected globally, and he's respected
Right.
in the streets and globally. The
Right.
media, sports media, trying to put this narrative like he was not that good or he's not on LeBron's level. He's all the way at the bottom list. I'm like,
But you know
oh,
who the
but he
media
can't be. When
loves?
he came into
LeBron
the league,
James, because he plays ball with them. LeBron has his own media team. All right. So he's always moving narratives and pushing stuff around. You know, that's the only thing he could do at this point because it's going to be hard for him to catch up to some of these guys. You know, he got 6 finals losses. There's too many red flags. And the only
yeah,
way he could
in his prime, he went to
that.
join Miami, and people's not gonna forget that. That's just you can't
Yeah.
get away around that. You can't say Kevin Durant cheated. Well, you did
Right.
it before KD did it.
You know
KD
what would have
beat
been
you.
better for him? If he went to the Bulls first. He could have easily won. He could have won more with Derrick Rose and all them boys, a good
Role
supporting
playing.
cast, and it would have been more respected. If he
Yep.
won with the Chicago Bulls, it'd have been more respected because it wasn't a super team. You had an
Mm-hmm.
up and coming Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose won an
Yeah.
MVP, but you could have still won with him as your number 2.
That's why I told you. That's why I told you, LeBron fanboys, like, bro, the Cavalier fans got pissed off. They burned his jersey. It's like Michael
Right.
Jordan going to join the Bad Boy Pistons. Chicago fans would have burned his jersey too.
Yeah,
They would have cursed him out, called him a sellout and everything.
Yeah, man.
It's like
So
Michael
I mean,
Jordan just joined the Bad Boy Pistons. I'm gonna join the Showtime Lakers to prove that I'm better than everyone else. Well, you just joined Kareem, Magic, James Worthy, all these guys
right.
to get 8 championships and say you're the best player of all time.
Yeah, if Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant had the same amount of talent, future Hall of Famers, all stars as LeBron has played with, they would have won like at least 10 championships. Just think about
Yeah,
all
man.
that talent that LeBron's played with. And he's going to get more because they're most likely going to get Kyrie Irving. So they're
We're
going to
still
have
talking about it, yeah.
you know, and then you could go out and get all those other good players, those free agents that's available. You got Dennis Truders, you got Colin Sexton. All these guys are still waiting to get picked up by a team. Colin Sexton averaged 20 points per game before he got injured. He'd be a great fit for the Lakers. They could pick that up. That's a steal. As a matter of fact, why won't you just trade Russell Westbrook to the Cleveland Cavaliers with a draft pick, get Kevin Love, and get Colin Sexton, do a sign-in trade? You got Kevin Love and Colin Sexton. That's good supporting cast to help you and Anthony Davis win.
You know,
And
it's
people
good for LeBron. Yo, Prince, it's
and
good
that
for
wouldn't be called a super team. You're not going to call a team with Colin Sexton on it a super team.
Prince. It
So-
is good. It is good for LeBron James because did you see the award? The award thing was Steph Curry that was hosting that shit called again? The award show, the sports award show that they always honor the athletes. What's it called again?
Oh, the ESPYs.
Yep, Steph Curry was hosting that shit and he threw shots at LeBron on stage, bro.
But he is catching LeBron. And I'm glad you brought that up.
He flat out said yeah.
If Steph Curry gets a 5th championship under LeBron's watch, he will have more championships than LeBron. LeBron's in trouble. LeBron cannot let Steph Curry get a 5th championship.
Man.
You cannot do it.
Yo, Steph Curry threw shots at him on stage.
Yeah.
Steph Curry's like, man, what happened in
All of the
2007, LeBron? You lost. I was like, oh shit, he threw shots at LeBron on him losing in the finals.
I can see Curry winning a 5th ring as well. I can see that
Curry
happening.
is smiling and throwing shots at LeBron.
Bro,
if that happens, it's a wrap for LeBron because no other superstar under their watch while they were in their prime had another player more titles than them. Nobody won more titles than Jordan in his prime. Nobody won more titles than Kobe in his prime. All right?
Exactly.
You cannot, if you're LeBron James, do not let Steph Curry win another title while you are still playing on a championship contending team. It is a bad look. It's bad.
If he wins that 5th chip, he has to be top 10. You have to put him in your top 10.
That's going to put him on
Yes,
top
that's why.
10. Yeah, that is going to bump him to top
Maybe
10.
top five.
Yes,
Maybe
yeah,
top
yeah.
five.
That's why I. That's why.
Because he's doing this in
That's
LeBron
why I
James
say he's
prime.
knocking on the door. I say he's not there yet.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
knocking on that door.
But so many
Very
people won
close.
Right.
championships. So
Exactly.
many
Right.
players won
Right.
championship
And
on LeBron James' watch, even on his prime. This is what I told these dudes. How you gonna sit there talking about he's right next to Michael Jordan? Look at his
Exactly.
losses. Look at his
yeah.
losses in the finals. That happened in his prime.
Exactly.
Right.
San Antonio, Mavericks,
Right.
Golden State. That shit happened in your
And it's
and you
not like
playing three different
and
teams.
it's not like he was playing with a bunch of scrubs. He was playing with some of the greatest players of all time. That's going to be future Hall
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
No excuse.
You had
No
Wade, you
excuse.
had Chris Bosh, you had Ray Allen,
No
you had
excuse.
Kevin Love. I mean, are you
They had
serious?
an elite coach as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pat Riley let him do whatever he want. Pat Riley's like, no,
Yep.
I'm not gonna let you
No
be no little
excuse.
manager. Too
Yeah.
many people won a championship in his watch on his prime. And I'm
Yeah,
sitting here
man.
like, really? He's next to these guys? Jordan,
Yeah.
when Jordan retired, it took till Jordan retired for dudes to have a chance to win a championship.
Yep. Kevin Durant's the same. Kevin Durant needs a legacy championship. You got to win, brother. Those
Oh
two
man,
Without
championships.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
yeah,
Without
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 Steph
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 Curry.
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 Without
Yes, sir.
Steph
Because
Curry.
my
But if Curry gets a fifth, he's ahead of LeBron James and Kevin Durant because he's doing
yep.
stuff while you guys are still playing
Yes,
and you
sir.
guys are forming super teams.
And I can
What
see it happening as well. In the
Yep, they
next
right
3
around.
years, I can see him winning another championship.
that'd be embarrassing, bro. I mean, you cannot let that happen. You know,
Because
what's the main
because
reason
Steph,
why Bill Russell? When you do top tens, people always rank Bill Russell ahead of Walt, right? Even though Walt had better stats. You know why people pit Walt ahead of
championships,
Bill? Because he beat
11
him more.
rings.
Exactly,
Yeah,
he beat him more times. So you cannot let
yeah.
that happen. If Steph Curry, same situation. LeBron will be the Walt Chamberlain of this generation, while Steph Curry will be like the Bill Russell. You'll be the winner, and people will put that ahead
Yeah, but
of
that's
a
what
guy.
I'm saying about LeBron James. Like he cannot do what Jordan did, where he could build up his numbers and win at the same time.
Right,
Jordan was doing that at the same time. Defensive
right.
Player of the Year, 10 scoring titles, 30,
Yeah, man.
30 point per game,
If
50% from the
Jordan
field.
Jordan
He
was a
was doing
stud.
that at the same time.
If Jordan was playing basketball today, keep in mind, Jordan hasn't played basketball in over 30 years, and yet we're still talking about him. That's how much of an impact that he has in basketball. There's
Yeah,
Globally,
man.
there's
global.
still YouTube channels dedicated to Michael Jordan. You're right. So just imagine if this man was playing today. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
He
man. Because
probably
social
have
media is bigger now today
yeah. Oh
than it
my
was
God.
in the 80s. Yeah,
He'd be even a bigger star though. He
yeah,
had
yeah,
more
yeah.
scoring time.
Man, I was just
It'd be
watching a
crazy.
foot. I saw a footage. I never saw Michael Jordan. I was like, oh my God, he broke a backboard brim with one
Mm.
hand in the 1980s. I saw a
Mommy,
clip
Imagine.
stop
of it.
calling me.
I saw this
Mm.
clip. I saw this clip, and he literally broke the backboard rim with one freaking hand.
Word.
Jordan,
Yeah.
rookie Michael
Yeah.
Jordan. I was like, oh shit, and he didn't get hit with the glass at all.
And you know what? The Lakers gonna shoot themselves in the foot this season. If you keep going after Kyrie Irving, but you let Colin Sexton go, you let Dennis Schroeder go, you
That's
let
all he
Montrezl Harrell
does.
go, you let all these good role players sign to other teams, you better get them while you have a chance to get them now. And if Miles Bridges fixes legal issues, you better pick up Miles Bridges. He
When
was a
LeBron,
first
he's
time
gonna
All
try to
Star.
get a bunch of old players back in. He's gonna try to get Carmelo and all these guys who's out of their prime. This guy has no good IQ. People talk about how great his IQ is. No, it's not.
And yo,
No,
and
it's
Rob,
not.
he needs to let Rob Pelinka run the team because Rob wanted DeMar DeRozan. You missed out on the chance of getting him. He wanted
Yeah.
what's the other guy? Buddy Hield. Just let the guy run the team. You just go and play basketball because he's gonna give you depth, and it won't be a super team, and you won't have no excuses for you not winning. Because if you
If
keep
they get,
messing around, and if you don't get Kyrie Irving this season, and Steph
yeah,
Curry gets a fifth championship, you're screwed. You kind of
Yep.
yeah,
need.
I
You
don't
need.
think he's Prince. I mean, honestly, I don't think LeBron's going nowhere because the competition,
Mm,
Bucks, you got Memphis, you got all these teams coming
right.
back fully healthy.
Right.
Miami, if these guys stay healthy, he's.
But you know
I
what?
just don't
You know
see
what you
him
just
going
said?
blind against these teams.
And you know what all these teams have? They have depth. Okay, they're not some super team with a bunch of
Hmm.
role players taking up the salary cap.
One or two
Because
All Stars, most of them.
yeah, super teams hurt your team because those three guys take up so much money. You don't have enough money to go out and get too many other good players. You know, you just win on star power.
But you
But
saw what happened.
if you
Yeah.
actually build a team, you have a better chances of winning. You got AD and LeBron. Those are so-called two top 5, top 10 players in the league. Why you need another All-Star for? Go and get some depth before it's too late. Because Colin Sexton is a great player that could be on the Lakers. He's a pit bull. He plays defense, something that nobody on that Lakers team do pretty
Nope.
much.
Nope.
And he could score.
That's
Why
logic,
won't you
man.
pick up Colin Sexton? Because
Yeah.
the Cavaliers don't want him. The Cavaliers going to move forward with Garland because they can't have Sexton
I'm
and
gonna
Garland.
say it again. LeBron is not MJ. I'm tired of the comparison.
Yeah,
Jordan,
man.
when Jordan was in Washington Wizards, he had a bunch of role players,
Right.
and he was going against competition out of his prime. And he was going
Right.
against Kobe, Vince Carter, Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, Shaq, all these guys with Washington Wizards with a bunch
Right.
of role players. And he was
Right.
giving all of them problems with a
Right.
busted knee, dropping
That
50 points.
if Michael Jordan wanted to chase championships and make super teams, as a Washington Wizard, he could have gone and joined a team that was
Of
winning already.
course. He
But he
could have
didn't do
called
it.
he could have joined Kobe, he could have joined Shaq, he could have joined the San Antonio Spurs.
Right.
Come on,
Right.
man. And
He
that's what I
chose
told
he chose to play for one of the sorriest teams in the league. But he
Yeah.
didn't
exactly.
have any team could have any team would have said yes to Michael Jordan. Come on.
And he had
Okay.
almost the same record as LeBron has with his super team too. He had, I think, where's my thing? He had a higher percentage winning too. They were about to
Hmm.
make it to the play. I remember that. When people brought it up and it brought up the record that he had.
Right. But I
He
mean,
had.
he's in trouble. This next season is going to be very fascinating because LeBron's
It's
going
not
to have
gonna
to
be.
put
Yo,
foot to ass.
he has to.
He's going to have to stop the excuses and just go out
Right.
and play. And don't play stats. Forget the stats. Even if you're shooting below 45%, just win because you don't want Steph Curry
Yeah,
winning.
just win the game. Stat padding. Like Luca.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it-
Brian can't.
yeah.
Brian, you can't do it, man. You
Look at
can't
this.
break records and win championships at the same time, man. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
man. It's like Westbrook.
Yeah. These guys are
Yeah,
so motivated by their numbers. They put stats before winning. And if you
Exactly.
always put stats before winning, you're always going to come up short because you're worried about your numbers.
all I
You
know that these guys, I mean, they just can't do it both at the same time, like the way
Yeah.
Jordan did back in the days. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it again.
You know
Stats.
who was a stat stuffer too? Carmelo Anthony in his prime.
Yeah.
Melo in his prime was a stat stuffer. All he cared about was his numbers. There were his teammates. His teammates was like, this guy was pissed off that he didn't score 30 points in the game, even if we lost. Instead of sitting there worrying about, oh, we lost. All he cared about was, I got my numbers. I'm good. I don't understand why some of these guys care about individual stats so much.
Well,
It's
Phil
not
Will,
going to you're winning. When you're losing.
well, Will Chamberlain, 1961-1962 season, 50.4 per game.
Right,
Ridiculous, man.
man.
78, 73 for Will Chamberlain, 73, 100
But
points.
so you said you see Steph Curry getting a 5th championship.
Yeah.
Dude,
I can
does
see
that
that
mean
happening.
does that mean he wins next season for you? Is
I
that
don't know
what you're
about
saying?
in the next 3 years. I can see him winning at least one more. At least one
Oh,
more.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know about next season though, but I don't know. If they stay healthy, I can see them making it to the finals. But the Clippers, when healthy, I think they're going to be a very tough team for the Golden State Warriors because they got so much length. They've got
Okay.
everything.
So you don't see LeBron winning no more titles?
Hell no.
If that
I don't
that's
see
the
him.
case,
Just based
that's
off the fact that there's so many teams better than his team.
right. And you know what the thing is? His legacy is incomplete. You gotta
Yep.
You gotta make up for those 6 finals losses, and the only way to
Yeah.
do that is because all of the guys that you supposed to be in the same class with, they got more titles than you. Only guy that don't get more titles than you is Larry
Jordan.
Bird. And Larry Bird is a guy that his numbers is very similar to LeBron's, but
Yeah.
that's neither here or there. Kobe got 5. Tim Duncan got 5, and he beat you twice to get his 5. You got to do something, dog. Jordan got
And
6.
Kawhi beat him as well.
Huh?
Kawhi beat
Yeah,
him in the final.
yeah. But Kawhi only got what, 2? So he got some
Two, two,
catching up.
two.
He got
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
catching up. So I don't think Kawhi is a threat to LeBron's legacy,
Yeah.
but Steph Curry is. Steph Curry is definitely a threat
Oh,
to LeBron's
imagine
legacy.
if Kawhi wins 2 more championships in LeBron's prime.
Oh
That'd be
my God,
embarrassing.
that'd be crazy.
That
That'd
would
be
be,
crazy.
oh my, crazy.
Yeah, it's
Because
a
he already
different
got 2.
story. If it's a different story if LeBron's not on the title contending team, but you are on the title contending team, your team is always predicted to go to the NBA Finals. You even didn't make the playoffs this postseason. You even didn't make the play-in tournament when people had the Nets and the Lakers as the 2 teams that reached the finals. You can't be doing that, man. You got to win one way or the other, because you can't end your career with just 4 championships, and most of them came at super team expense. It's not good.
Exactly.
It's not a good
2 of
look,
them came
man.
from a super team. Arguably 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, you could make a case 3, because Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were all stars already.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
they're already. Kyrie Irving was already a top point guard in the game, and Kevin
Exactly.
Love was a top point forward in the game. You look at Kevin Love now, you say he's trash, but when Kevin Love was in his prime, he was
He
putting
was
up
great.
numbers that the Joker was putting up. The only difference
Yeah.
was Kevin Love didn't play with a Michael Porter Jr. He didn't play with a Jamal Murray. If he did, his team would be in the playoffs in the tough Western Conference as well. He just didn't have that much talent around him. And he still led his team to 42 wins in a tough, stacked Western Conference. People forget that about Kevin Love. The other championship he won was with what? Anthony Davis. That's respectable, but both of you
Yeah.
guys were top 5 players. Since
Exactly.
when do 2 top 5 players in the game not win a title together?
Exactly. And it was in the bubble.
Exactly. Yeah. So he got some making up to do. That's why I keep
Not good
telling
enough.
people, you got to end your career out really strong. You got to end your career out probably on winning a championship.
Yeah.
Win your retirement season, win a championship, because you got to make up for it. You got to go out being on top of the hill. You can't go out losing. You got to go out winning. And that will help secure your legacy a little more better. Then we could make a better case. But
Bro.
it's crazy, man. I don't even know. Even Kevin Durant. You're still playing on a good team. I don't understand why these guys want trades.
Yeah,
Can't you pick
exactly.
up
They've
the
got a
phone
good
and
team.
tell Kyrie? Yeah, why can't you
Take the
just say,
vaccine.
Kyrie, let's run this back? We got
Get
Ben
him vaccinated.
Simmons, a healthy Ben Simmons. We got good role players. We could probably
They
pick up
need a
Montrezl
coach though.
Harrell. Yeah, they need a coach, but they got no excuses. They got all the talent in the world to win a championship. Why you trying to leave a team that you have best chance to win the championship with? Is the team that you're already on? And Kyrie, if you sign 1 year with the Nets, say, hey, fuck it. I'm going to play the best of my ability for this one season, and I'm going to win a championship. I'm going to leave the Brooklyn Nets with a championship. Why not? Do what Kawhi did. Leave the Raptors with a championship. And this way you could shut people up, and people won't say, hey, you played for the Nets, but you didn't deliver us a championship.
And people were saying that they were the most skilled duo of all time, KD and Kyrie.
Exactly.
They didn't win anything.
Exactly. So why would you want to leave that? Don't you want to prove to people right?
Yeah. They didn't win nothing.
Exactly.
I still got Kobe and Shaq more skilled, but yeah.
They got no excuses. They're playing with Joe Harris, Bruce Brown, good role players. You got Ben Simmons, who's people say is a borderline all-star or is an all-star. I mean, that's all. I mean, that's just go on by perception of how you look at it. Some of you guys look at Ben Simmons as an all-star. I really don't,
I don't.
But nevertheless, he's labeled as an all-star. Regardless of what I think, he's labeled as an all-star. So that has to account for something, But that's the problem.
I remember when people was. Yeah, man.
Like everybody's an all-star now. Like, are we just
even Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins was on the verge of being a journeyman. He was going to go from team to team, and he's very
Yeah,
inconsistent. He's very inconsistent, you know. And
exactly.
he gets a 1 year to be an All-Star. Fine, you know. I'm not mad at that, but he's not a consistent All-Star.
Oh, you
You know,
don't know.
he's not a real All-Star neither. Draymond Green is not a real All-Star. You know,
Exactly.
but we call all these guys All-Stars for absolutely no reason. You know, some of these guys didn't earn the right to be called All-Stars, even superstars. Everybody's a superstar. Did you notice that today?
Exactly.
Who
Apparently,
yeah, yeah. Apparently, everybody that plays
yeah,
basketball is a
yeah.
superstar now.
Apparently, Jason Tatum's an superstar now. Apparently, he's not.
Exactly. You know,
He's an
yeah,
all-star.
he's an
He has the
all-star, but
potential. He has the potential, but he's not yet.
exactly,
He's not there yet.
exactly, 100% right.
He's
You know, so
they got that.
I don't understand with that, man. But you know, it is what it is in that case. You know, but nevertheless, man, I appreciate you guys for joining me, man. We about to head up out of here. You know, it's good that we chopped this up, and you know, I was gonna come on here just talk about free agents because I thought everybody was asleep. You know, but it seems like some people are still up, and it's all at different times of the day. You're calling from you're calling from you're tuning in from London, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, so yeah, different time zone. I'm here in the Philippines right now, but I live in the United States. I just travel all around the place.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you know, but nevertheless, man, yeah, we about to be out of here. Let me see who's this. Yo, you
All
logged
right,
in
Yo,
see
twice?
you.
All
See
right,
you, man. See you.
all right, have a good one, brother. Hey, yo, Jay, you logged in twice? Oh, okay, Jay, you logged in twice for some reason, but nevertheless, we about to be out of here, man. You know, yeah, those are all the free agents that was available. I hope we went over all of them. Um, yeah, I think we went over all of them. You know, but the fact of the matter is, the Lakers. You can't say the Lakers don't get choices to pick from. There's a lot of good role players available for every team all across the league. You just have to make the moves and stop worrying about superstars, especially if you got superstar talent already. You don't need a bunch of all-stars. Remember, it takes a team to win the championship, right? And a leader is supposed to lead role players. So get your role players on. Prince Sports out. Bring on the filthy. Peace.